Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Crosser. How is everyone doing tonight? We have 328 people in here right now. You want to be intercepted? Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. What is going on, everybody? We got Party Parrot Nemo. How you doing, bud? Alami Gaming. Weezer. Knox, of course, wanted to come on over here and say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Right there. That's the camera. That's the camera, dude. Speak. All right, good boy. All right, what is going on, guys? What's with the B21, bro? It eventually, I haven't even created that character yet. I've been so ungodly, guys. This week was just as bad as last week, and maybe even worse. I don't know. Free the 22. What is going on, guys? I do want to talk to you today. I've noticed a string of fake profiles and stuff popping up. Can you please say? Oh no, step 22, don't impede my airspace. In F22 intercept me voice. Going to animate it with the maid suit pic. Jesus Christ. Alright, hold on. I got you. Let's let this play.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Oh no, step F22. Don't impede my airspace. There. Is that what you, is that going for you? That get you good? First stream, what is up, Robert St. John? Thank you so much for being here. Happy 248th birthday to our favorite crayon eaters. Yes, coming from G. Smith. It is the Marine Corps birthday today. And it's, I don't know. The world is a scary, scary place right now. And I've been paying very, very close attention, intimate attention to what is going on in the world. Well, let's let it play.
Happy 248th birthday to our favorite crayon eaters.
Oh, man. Happy birthday, Marine Corps. Yep, Zion the Gamer. It is a good day. Although, honestly, today was a really great day for me. I don't know if you guys have ever played Empyrean. It's a survival game, but it's like the coolest survival game you've never heard of. You can build small vessels, you can build capital vessels, you can build hover vessels, and then you literally, like, at first you start out, you're like, all right, I'm going to have my base on this planet, and you go to other planets. God bless Marine, God bless the buff. Hold on.
First stream sub you all.
God bless the Marines, God bless the buff. Hold on, let me see if I can, I got to be able to hear myself to be able to get the voice right. Oh yeah, God always said, bless me, life's good this way. There we go. I got you. But yeah, so Empyrean, man, I've been playing, it's called Empyrean Galactic Survival. It's on Steam. It's pretty cheap, but man, like, so you start out and you have like where you're at, and then you're like, all right, well, let's go ahead and go out, and you go out and you harvest, and you come back and you harvest, and you come back, and eventually you can't harvest shit anymore where you're at. So like, you just have to take your show on the road.
God bless the Marines. And God bless the buff.
I'm with that buff thing. Oh, you know what? I just moved everything in my room, and I didn't put. I need a bottle opener right here. That's what I need. I'll be right back. But yeah, no, Empyrean Galactic Survival. It's a lot of fun if you've never played it before, but it's heavy. It should be done really, really well, but it's got some issues. Sizgani, $10 coming in. Thank you so much, Sizgani. Will you talk about the Israeli space intercept? Okay, hold on. Where? I have several 50 cal bottle openers. People love sending me 50 cal bottle openers. Actually, all of these I got before I was really anything. Hold on. Where's the 826? Harvest all the interceptions. Oh dear. Hold on. What is this? Fine. Boom. Empyrean.
Welcome to being popular on the web. Hence the fake accounts popping up.
Yeah, I was lucky for a while because I'm ugly and funny. Empyrean looks like Discount Space Engineers. I've never played Space Engineers, but it's a lot of fun.
Will you talk about the Israeli space intercept?
I mean, not a lot to talk about there. So, all right. So I will talk about it. I can't say what type of missile was fired. This is partially because I don't think I know. Like, I've heard, but not really sure. Obviously, it was exo-atmospheric when it was engaged. Jesus, Rob! Well, Rob Castle coming in with a fucking, would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Space intercept? There was aliens. Night, kids. Rob, thank you so much for being here, man. I'll give you a couple of horns. How you doing, bud? So it was coming out of Yemen from the Houthi rebels, and it was flying into Israel, and it was engaged by the Arrow system, and it was an exo-atmospheric interception, which is usually right around the mid-course. Hold on.
A peaceful V-Day to you tomorrow, brother. 'Tis a solemn day.
I like Veterans Day.
Empyrean looks like discount space engineers.
It's good, man. Honestly, I like building my own shit. Like, I'll get a blueprint. If you go to the workshop on Steam, there's so many ships in there, and you just take it and you gut it and you build it the way you want to. So I have an aircraft carrier that I fly around in right now that I keep my small vessels inside of, so I can go out and mine with those. I don't have a whole lot of power, but I'm kind of a moving base. Do I know any of the other vet content?
Would you
This is the Rob.
me? I'd intercept me.
Would you intercept me? I'd
Hold on.
intercept me. Space intercept. There were aliens? Night, kids.
Do I know any other vet content creators you've worked with? Angry Cops, but what about guys like Nico Ortiz or a combat veteran? I have never met Nico Ortiz, nor have I met a combat veteran. I know people who know them. I've just never personally met them. Hold on.
Been watching your vids a while, and it got me curious about something. If both the F-22 and the F-35 are 5th gen aircraft, what makes the F-35 exportable but not the 22? Is the F-22 that much better? Do you know any other vet content creators? I know you've worked with Angry Cops, but what about guys like Nico Ortiz or a combat veteran?
So I also know Fat Electrician, Infantry Guru. I know Matt's Alright. I know I've met, I don't know him too personal. I met Brandon Herrera, Caleb Francis, Heather Lynn. Hold on.
But first, from the halls of Montezuma.
From the halls, I'm not going to sing it. I am Army all day, but what's your free meal plan for the weekend? Ooh. I tell you right now, guys, I always go with egg patty toast. Sprouted grain bread with an omelet, a 2-egg omelet, like 1.5, really, 1 egg white, 1 egg on top of it, with spinach and turkey sausage, and put a little bit of everything bagel seasoning on it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. The B-21 Raider had its first flight. Your thoughts? I saw a sandbox a video come through with that. I don't know. Hello, fellow mods, everyone in chat. Mrs. HLC is here. You should do an E4 Mafia goes to Applebee's skit. I might have missed the timeline on that one, but it's pretty good.
What's your free meal plan for the weekend?
I'm trying to answer everything, guys. I'm trying to get through it all.
Retired 10 years ago after 20 years as an Army aviator. The Army is too woke. Fight me.
Laszlo the Instigator.
You should do a E4 Mafia goes to Applebee's skit.
Oh my gosh. There's so many coming in. I'm trying to stay on top of it, guys.
The B-21 Raider had its first flight. Your thoughts?
I don't know anything about it. I'm excited. The B-21 Raider is supposed to be a bad bitch. I'm excited, right? So retired 10 years ago after 20 years, the Army aviator. The Army is too woke. Fight me. Woke is arbitrary. So for those of you who don't know, the term arbitrary means a statement of presumed fact based off of somebody's opinion, right? Now, I did read an article very recently that talked about how vets getting out thought the newer generation was weaker. They weren't as strong. They weren't as resolved. They couldn't handle the same things as the older generation. And ironically enough, that thing was dated. Hold on.
Is the reason they call it the mop because you need a mop to clean up the mess of what used to be in the bunker? Over hill.
No,
over dale, winky face.
it keeps you're in a bag, pretty much. Hold on.
You might like Glid, a Royal Marine who games a lot.
Glid. I may have to check that one out. And that article was dated November 1939. And the reason why that is significant is every generation thinks that they have it harder than the next generation. And I'm sure it's going to affect me as well, right? I'm sure that when I retire and when I'm done, it's going to affect me as well. And I'm going to think that the next generation is weaker. But what I will tell you is this, is throughout our 200 and some odd year history of the United States, every time a threat has been addressed, men and women have been willing to raise their right hand and go do what needs to be done. So whether you think that we're too woke, I mean, things change in war. We get that. Hold on.
Star Citizen?
Oh, I haven't played that in a while, man. I have it. I just haven't played it in a while.
Have your USA character say, if you don't stop with the attacks Iran, I will finally let Poland go crazy on you. Your call on how you say this.
Have your USA character say, if you don't stop with tax. I actually like that joke. That's a good joke. Somebody asked what differentiates the F-22 from the F-35. I need to get to it. Oh, fuck. There's so many.
Love your content. Thanks for giving me laughs in these times.
You're very welcome, my good sir. Thank you so much for your support. Honestly, guys, like I'm humbled every single day. You guys are absolutely amazing. But so what keeps the F-22 different than the F-35, and why will we export the F-35 and not the 22? It's a combination of a couple things, at least from what I know, right? Number one, probably some things on board the F-22 that we're not allowed to say, share, or talk about. There's a lot of things that are not authorized for export, right? Like we have export versions of a lot of things, but because we stopped developing the F-22, there's not an export version for it. Secondly, it costs a lot to fly an F-22. Like, for no bullshit. Last time I read it, it was to take an F-22 literally up, turn back around, and land it again is $11 million. That's what it costs to move an F-22. So for anyone who's like complaining about a $500,000 missile that we shot at a balloon, oh, that was the cheap end of the deal. Getting that thing off the ground and back down was significantly more expensive. That being said, outside of those, I have no idea. I know, so the F-35 is designed to be less maneuverable, less aggressive, but it's designed to be more smart. Like it's a floating, flying, giant supercomputer that works with other supercomputers, and that's the way that it's supposed to be working. I can make an F-22 cheaper as Azrael. I don't know, man. I don't know. Chunky Kitty. Okay, sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on top of things. I'm trying to stay on top of it. What is 22 gonna eat? Best guess. My best guess, Christopher, is he already has. Honestly. But they won't talk about it because it's smoke and mirrors. Because if you tell somebody that they were hit by an F-22, they now understand an F-22's capability. F-22 is a deterrent. So this is the thing. You can either look at it as the F-22 has never done its job, or because the F-22 has never done its job, it's the most effective interceptor aircraft the United States has ever designed because everybody's afraid to deal with it. You can look at it one of two ways. Either A, it's the best deterrent we've ever made, or B, it's never been truly tested. But what books do I recommend for military history? Ooh. I'll be honest with you, I'm a sci-fi nerd most of the time. So the books that people have sent me in my mail call are the ones that I'm going to be looking into. But I'm more of a sci-fi nerd. Please do a spin-off where you do confessionals of the airframes and maybe a tank or IFV, APC, nothing classified, but maybe sketchy. I'm always looking for spin-off ideas, so maybe. I would have to figure out how to word that. How do you like your trip to Texas? It was a lot of fun, man. I've been to Texas a whole bunch of times. So in other words, it's on one end the biggest bluff or the best death song with wings. That is accurate. Absolutely accurate. I haven't had coffee all week. Headaches for the first 3 days. Yeah, Mrs. HLC's been on that no coffee train. She's been taking it out on me. Dos Equis in the house. I do love me some Dos. I do.
Please do a spin-off where you do confessionals of the airframes and maybe a tank or rifle/APC. Nothing classified and but maybe sketchy.
If an F-22 gone rogue, who would stop it? Okay. This isn't true to the lore that I write, or that I act out. But honestly, one F-22 versus a flight of F-35s, the 35s are going to win. And here's why. Okay, the F-35 is not designed to be maneuverable because it's designed to kill you before you even know it's there, right? Hold on.
If an F-22 gone rouge, who would stop it?
Hey, I read it as rogue, okay? My dyslexic ass got it as rogue, okay? So a flight of F-35s, because they work together, they can fire off of each other's sensors, and the F-35 has arguably one of the greatest sensors on any air platform in the world. Like, the sensor that is on board the F-35 is what they put on the F-15EX, the one that they're building. They're just like, this is ours, and now it's yours. Like, it's literally the fucking exact same. So they'd probably send up a flight of F-35s to go deal with it. Yeah, Ben, we're at a live stream, buddy. Boy, you haven't listened to Old Man's War. It's good. Ooh, I'm not familiar with Old Man's War. The A-10 are overhyped. Oh, wait, is the A-10 overhyped or good? This one hurts because I love the A-10. Hold on.
Oh boy, have you listened to Old Man's War? It's good.
I have not. I need to.
The A-10 overhyped or good? F-111 was robbed.
The F-111 Aardvark? It was robbed? I don't know. So I love the A-10's backstory. I love the A-10's gun. It's very good. The downside of the A-10 is everything around that gun has dated itself out, right? The targeting systems are outdated. The flight capabilities, the engines, everything is out fucking dated on the the A-10.
Quad jets are training over Anadarko/Fort Cobb, but they can do some cool shit.
I don't know what jets are training over Anadarko, Fort Cobb, but they can do some cool shit. Ooh, I'd like to go see that. There's been a lot of C-17s and stuff flying over top of us here in Oklahoma. So I don't know what's going on, but like the F-117 Supernova, the fucking Nighthawk. Jesus, can't believe that took me that long. That drove me nuts, man. Fairchild's like the Arrow that never existed. Big facts. Big facts. A-10 Saber. The gun is great. The gun is phenomenal. Everything else is way outdated.
Other mantra of 5th gen, I see you shoot.
I see you shoot. Yep. One special, thank you so much. I do see you. I see it. I see what's going on, my dude. Did I see the G35 picture with the twin Newells? I'm not familiar with that at all. Hold on. I'm trying to stay on top of everything. The A-10 is for good. It was made for. Overall, nothing great. Oh, hell, hold on. Yep. Mrs. Linecrosser. Oh, yeah, there you go. So I want you to know, Mrs. Linecrosser watches these things, and she's like, oh, I need to tell, you need to do this, you need to do that. She just pretty much yells at me the entire time through text message. Love you, dear. Anyways, in case you haven't heard, I'm going back to unsubscribe here soon. And I'm going with my friend the Fat Electrician. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for how that's going to turn out. So I hope I see you guys there. There's Mrs. HLC. She goes, love you. The Fairchild with the A-10 be like, yo, dog, we made a tank fly. I read that in my head like Exhibit. Man, I did. Will the 15 talk about its new updates, the 15 EX? Maybe. I gotta figure out like a way to differentiate the characters. Hold on.
Will the F-15 talk about its new updates F-15Z?
Thank you, Anthony. Love you too, man.
The Fairchild with the 810 be like, yo dog, we made a tank fly.
Hold on. Trying to stay
We
on top
need
of
a
it.
true successor to the 810. Like the one in Arma 3.
Absolutely. Nicole, I have the character for the AC-130. I just haven't had a reason to use it yet.
Do you think World War 3 is actually coming or just more smoke and mirrors?
That's a great question.
We need a Young Buff series.
A
Make
young
it happen.
A Young Buff series. Okay. So do I think World War III is coming? No. There's a reason. So here's the thing. You would not send as much firepower as we did if you were trying to fight and win a war. Because right now we have circumstantially so much firepower in that part of the world that they're more or less bumping into each other. We're sending that much as a clear message that we are not to be fucked with. This actually, like, my brain was thinking about this shit today, right? Like, why are young people falling victim to this Free Palestine fucking rigmarole? Like, why is that happening? Well, it's because the people who are posting these Free Palestine things and showing, hold on.
You plan on playing anything today on stream or
Probably
just
not,
chat?
Casey. Just chat.
Also, I haven't watched your streams in the last few weeks. This should make up for it.
Casey, thank you so much for being here, my dude.
I was working in Anadarko on Tuesday and I saw 8 jets, but how many were up there?
Anthony, we're trying to stay on top of it.
Love your brother.
Thank you so much, man. Love you too, bro. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to stay on top of it, guys.
Being in the military, how do you like working for the dementia patient? Lol, glad I got out.
Man, you know how it is. Like, I don't get my orders from the president.
See the B-21 Raider first flight news today?
I saw that. I did see that. I haven't done anything with it yet. Love your content. Videos always make me laugh. Muku, thank you so much, my dude. All right, trying to keep... Hold on. Let me get back to this. So, why is so many young people kind of falling victim to this, and why is it such a big deal? Well, there's a couple of big important things, right? So Gaza is circumstantially surrounded. So unlike the Taliban did with the United States, is when they would get their shit rocked, they would run to Iran and Pakistan. That's what they did. We knew this. You knew this. Everyone knew this for the last 20 fucking years. The Taliban, every time they stepped to Uncle Sam, they got their shit rocked and they ran away, right? Hold on.
Love your content. Our videos always make me laugh.
Here to help, man. Anyways, so Hamas doesn't have that privilege, right? Because they can leave Gaza, but they got to be vetted through the process. So they're saying that we can't leave, we're being blockaded. Yeah, because you're a bad guy and your name is on a list somewhere and they're looking for you. So of course you're going to push the narrative on social media that you can't leave, right? That's a natural thing. But because it's social media, hold on.
I'm trying to keep track of the Iceland eruption as it unfolds. If the volcano erupts, how bad will it affect our ability to react to events in Europe?
Bro, this is the first I'm hearing of a volcano erupting in Iceland. I'm going to have to look into this. I know nothing about this. But anyways, so but because it's coming out on social media, it's naturally going to affect a certain demographic. Young people who are easily influenced and don't follow up on anything. College students. This is why you're seeing that demographic. Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, right? Cool, got it. You are literally being driven and fed information from Hamas because every single innocent person can leave. They can absolutely leave, right? Now, I'm not saying that innocent people are dying. They absolutely are, right? On both sides because it's war and war is fucking hell. And women and children and everybody who is innocent, if you're caught in it, you're probably going to die. That's just the way war is. War doesn't determine who's right. War determines who's left. But it disproportionately affects this demographic because these are the individuals who pay attention to social media. And Hamas is not a legitimate governance and they cannot appeal to a older demographic by making public releases and things like that. They appeal to what they can. And young people say, I'm not going to vote for you unless you commit, do a ceasefire. This is why Iran is asking for a ceasefire. This is why everyone is asking for a ceasefire because Iran has stock in it because they pay Hamas and Hamas is like, the fuck, dude, right? But they can't get any weapons, any ammunition, any aid, and they can't get out because Uncle Sam has now blocked the way out from the ocean, and Israel has blocked the way out through the sand. So it's, I was kind of like going down the rabbit hole today mentally with it. It was really strange. So, We do not want war. If you want war with the U.S., to help me God, somebody else will raise your son and daughters. Absolutely.
When they use phrases like the dynamic and uncertain security environment in the CENTCOM or unforeseen operational commitments, my PP tingles.
Man, I'm 33 years old and I will never not laugh at someone saying my PP tingles. That won't happen. I'm 33 fucking years old and I am a combat veteran. I still find that shit funny. That's funny as hell. Have you seen Missile Roast and Raptor Roast videos? I have not. Oh man, that was funny. Watching closely affect North European skies. Moon's haunted.
Have you seen Missile Roast and Raptor Roast videos?
I have not. Aragorn said, Habitual Line Crosser, have you heard the Soviets put a Navy gun on a MiG-27 with a recoil so powerful it deformed the front gear hatch, caused the canopy to come loose, instrument panel to come off, and more? Nope, but that sounds like something Russia would do right now. They're throwing a whole lot of desperation. The moon is Moon's haunted!
In Gulf's CAS-A-10 gets the credit because flashy. F-111 dropped more smart munitions than A-10 and that killed more tanks than guns, plus F-111 had NV.
That's fair. I think the Aardvark is a cool looking aircraft. Hamas didn't declare war on people, then protest the way... Well, hold on. The way that country decides to fight that war. I'm trying to understand what you're getting at there, Gus. So I think you're saying they didn't declare war and then protest the way the country... You're right. So they started the fight. They threw the rockets. And...
Hamas can't declare war on a people then protest the way that country decides to fight that war.
That's completely fair. This is the thing. Like, as much as I want a peaceful solution, I've been to the Middle East. Every vet who's ever been to the Middle East will tell you exactly, we know how this ends. We know how this ends. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's no amount of protesting and waving your signs, and your gender study professor told you this and that. Like, there's nothing that is going to change that, okay? These are people who will not be satisfied until they have killed the opposition. Whether they are Hamas, whether they are Israel, with the fucking tribal leaders. Like, people think like, oh, Afghanistan's all the same people since we left. No, they're still killing each other over there, over different tribes. Like, that has never stopped. And every vet who's been to the Middle East will tell you that shit. Like, no, they just be doing that.
Iran, musical notes. Iran so far away. Musical notes.
Oh, man. Oh, Mason. Brian Gleason. I'd intercept me. PP tingles, PP tingles. Fucking Brian, man. Why you gotta come at me like that, bro? I took it personal, all right? If I knew you had a puppy cam, I'd have been watching you sooner. I'm telling you, yeah, you only get like half of a Knox right now. He's kind of he's a fat boy. Fat boy. He knows it's him. Come on, bud. Come on, you want to say hi? There you go. Your breath smells like an anus.
Okay, I need more details about the haunted moon.
But the moon's haunted!
If I knew you had a puppy cam, I'd have been watching these sooner.
Hold on, I read something that wasn't a...
I'd intercept me. PP tingles. PP tingles.
Y'all got me. Y'all got me.
I got nothing to add tonight. Got me a spicy cider and studying for my CPA.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
If you want good sci-fi, Alan Steele is an amazing author.
Ooh.
Coyote series is great and he had a standalone called VS Day.
I like it.
Also was in DC yesterday and went to the Army Museum. Thought of you.
Nice. I haven't been to that museum. I do. Like, this is the thing, guys. I won't come across the country to, like, go to a concert, but I will straight up cross the country to go to a museum. It's just a matter of having time. Right now, I have zero of it. Somebody said, was the gender studies thing? No, it really wasn't. It wasn't. Honestly, I'm humble enough to admit that that wasn't necessary, but it felt good. I'm a little spicy tonight. I apologize for that. The 105 on the AC-130s being swapped out with Tomahawks? Come again?
They wanted a war, they got a war, no crying now.
Wilma Wings, thank you so much. They want to know where they got a war, no crying. Yeah, but sorry. Don't make old electrician get out his channel locks, Miss HLC. Good luck with the coffee. Oh, thank you so much, man. Let's start on a scale of 1 to 10. How hard did your people tingle when you heard about a third Patriot system being sent to Ukraine? Hold on. Is that real? I haven't even heard that, guys. When I tell you, like, I didn't get lunches all week because I was so damn busy. And then, like, twice this week, I drove home with a draft on my phone, hit upload, and then, like, as soon as it was done uploading, I drove straight back to work. Like, I have had no fucking time. Hold on.
Tell fat electrician don't make old electrician get out his channel locks, Mrs. HLC. Good luck with the coffee. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard did your pee-pee tingle when you heard about a third Patriot system being sent to Ukraine?
I'm being scorned by Mrs. HLC. I'm not supposed to be laughing at those anymore. Anyways, I didn't know they were sending a third one. Makes sense. It has put up a very, very good defense, so we'll see what else they got. I can't wait for you guys, after the war is over and done with in Ukraine, to see what I've seen when it came to this conflict. And people like Timo Media are going to be crushed real freaking quick because, yeah. Happening, they're testing them out. Hold on.
HLC, if you haven't given a Virginia class sub a voice, can you give it the voice of Squidward from SpongeBob?
I think I originally did I've done one Virginia class.
Oh, have you ever tasted pigeon? It's pretty good.
I mean, I've had dove. I've never had pigeon, man. What's up, Roto? How you doing, dude? F-22. Hold on. Someone's saying F-22 got to intercept. He has not. When I become not poor, I'm going to fly you, me, and the electrician to Australia War Memorial. Bro, Ben. I'd love to go to Australia. Like, not the outback, the city. There's a lot of scary shit in that country. The F-44U Corsair. I do like the Corsair. Mr. H, be honest, man, given how badly the Russians are still losing, I have yet to have a reason to doubt most of what you say about air defense in the conflict. Once you give me a reason, I'll start doubting. Honestly, I'll be totally transparent with you guys. I didn't think the system was going to do that well. Luckily for everybody, Russia lied about their capabilities. So the system has been crushing, like a lot. And then it kind of confirmed some biases for me, that of course Russia doesn't have a hypersonic missile. They haven't been able to steal the plans from us yet, just like China did with the J-20. Or they did with the Su-75. Checkmate.
All I know is I have a 12-pack of Modler cheerleaders and your hairline is looking good. Can I get toe pics?
What the... Oh, man, hold on. Let me read that one. Okay. All I know is I have a 12-pack of Modella Chanclas and your hairline is looking good. I got toe pics. Guys, you're going to have to clear that with Mrs. HLC and get a hold of my business account if she wants to sell you, or my business email. If she wants to send you some toe pics, that's on her. You know, that's a deal she brokers. Hey, Sergeant, I'm joining the Army's 88 Mike. I'll be going to MEPS at the end of the month. I'm ready to go. First to fight. That's what I'm talking about. RA, get you some of that.
Shout out from Princess Patricia's Light Infantry, Canadian Armed Forces. Ready for the fight whenever our American brothers and sisters are.
That's what I'm talking about. I love me some Canadians. Y'all Canadians you're good with me, man. Like, I originally when I started making videos, I enjoyed, you know, the banter between some of the NATO nations, and I still do it every once in a while. But I think that it's been better to show everybody on the same team. Like when the Marines canceled their, I don't know if you guys saw my most recent video, when the Marines canceled their ball, I was talking about, or it was like a couple of countries were like, fuck, and then the NATO ones were like, all right.
It knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to stay on top of it all.
If we don't see the F-22 respond to your shit talking it not taking a fleet of F-35s, my PP will stop tingling.
Oh my
Hey
god.
Sergeant, I'm joining the army as an 88M. I will be going to MEPS at the end of the month. I'm ready to go.
Gotta love them
Outlying Islands, US Outlying Islands, first to fight.
You gotta love them IED finders.
What are your thoughts on the Arsenal ship? It was supposed to take over from the Iowa, needs a voice/character, before Zoomvault came around, might have been a better choice.
I'm not
Your
familiar.
thoughts on it?
I am not familiar at all with the Arsenal ship. Let me put that in my notes. Like, when you guys say stuff, I try and look it up.
Gotta make a YF-23 depressed emo character. What worries me about World War III is that if something spreads in the Middle East to drag us in directly, I think China will take the opportunity to move on Taiwan.
I disagree.
IDK if we can handle multiple conflicts that large.
I disagree.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I adamantly disagree. I don't think China would do that. China right now knows that they have an unsustainable population structure, and they know that if they came into a fight with the U.S., like, while China does have a lot of people, their navy would still get fucking rocked by ours. It would be close. Like, don't get me wrong, they're building as fast as they possibly can. We just have more of pretty much everything important, right? And we can control global shipping, which means the only reason the sanctions from the United States are so effective against Russia is because we literally control global trade. Now, if we did that to China... Hold on.
France goes hard AF, got a nuclear warning shot.
France, what?
You will have thoughts on this. Who's worse, scouts or tankers? Also heartbreak, agony, or misery?
Oh.
Yes, Iceland is having earthquakes every 2 seconds.
Okay, let me finish up. I'm trying to follow this in my head. All we would really have to do is stop Chinese advance for a period of probably 60 to 90 days, and they would start having to eat themselves. That's the reality of it. We could cripple their economy. They rely off of extreme amounts of imports, like more than the U.S. requires to import. So that's all you'd have to do is stop their advance and wait. That's it. Okay. Cav Scouts are worse. Tankers are better. And hold on.
It would be very funny if the Frank and Sam program can refurbish the Nike system and clap a Foxbat with it.
I heard about Frank and Sam. I didn't even have time to look that up. It's in my notes. I remember it's in my notes. They brought back Nike. Is that a real fucking thing? Anyways, and then oh my god, what was it? Misery, agony, or heartbreak. I'm gonna say misery. Heartbreak was like a ladder, and agony was curvy. So misery was just straight and done. And for those of you who don't know, those are 3 hills at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Misery, agony, and heartbreak. And they're literally named as such. And you have to ruck up them and down them all the time when you're there. And then when you do your final 20K ruck march, you do all 3. And I remember on agony, I literally was using my M4 as a crutch. I had like the barrel. It was that fucking steep. You had your barrel in the ground, just using it as a crutch. So, all right, you were asking about the Arrow Intercept Buddha. Wow. Look, man, I want y'all to understand. I don't know everything, like words. I'm dyslexic as shit. So the Arrow Intercept was just an intercept above. Hold on.
Arrow Intercept.
So not really much to say there. I can't disclose like what the missile was. I don't even know if I know the right answer. I've heard, but I don't know how true it is. So they fired missile going into Israel. Arrow intercepted, which is similar to American THAAD. Arrow and THAAD are relatively comparable. They're not. Some of them, I think Arrow's a little bit higher and more in the mid-course, which is similar to U.S. Aegis and GMD, or ground-based mid-course defense. But it was intercepted above the Kármán line, and the Kármán line is kind of the agreed upon, like notionally agreed upon beginning of space on Earth. The Kármán line is spelled like KHRMAN or something like that. It's 100 kilometers up. And that's the notional beginning of space. So it was somewhere above that. I don't know how far above that. I don't know if there's still debris circling. I don't know if it broke apart on reentry. I don't know anything.
Have you seen the new map China has put out? They are claiming land from India, Bhutan, and Nepal. They've also added a dash in the sea.
Oh, dear God. No, I haven't seen that new map. I know India and China, they butt heads a lot. India doesn't import as much as China does. But India is now, I think it was as of 2021, is the most populous nation in the world. It's no longer China. It's actually India. And they go back and forth some years. It really depends on the year. Nothing says, fuck around, find out like 2 U.S. carriers. There's 3 of them over there now. I don't know if you guys know that. There's 2 in the Mediterranean and 1 in the Strait of Hormuz. What's the name of the lazy corner dog? So the black and white one, that is Rain. And the big fat white one, that is Nux.
Nothing says FAFO like 2 US carriers near you.
Oh, I saw that. I just read that. Hold on. Hold on. Will I be covering that civilian ship that was hit in the Black Sea? I honestly didn't hear about it. Guys, I'm so behind on news right now. I'm trying to stay up to date on it. I can't catch everything. Also, Ukrainian naval drones deserve a character. I'm trying to see if there's a way I could ring that in. I still need to talk about the Houthi rebels shooting down the American Reaper drone. When are you going to Walks Big Sarge? February. I go in February. So, I'll be there, hopefully. Mr. Pig, it's your fucking birthday? Well, happy birthday, my dude. Hold on, I got some horns in here. Hold on.
Will you be covering that civilian ship that was hit in the Black Sea? Also, Ukrainian naval drones deserve a character.
I agree. Sniper Yo, I see what you're saying there. You want to be a YouTube short voiceover? Bro, honestly, this is what I need. I need time. Bro, I was supposed to be doing one with the Fat Electrician. I was supposed to be doing one with Heather Lynn. I was trying to do one with frickin' Trailer Trash Tammy. I don't know her. I've reached out to her. But, like, I'm so behind, man.
When you going to Walks Big Sarge?
It'll be in February, man. The lazy dog in the corner is a habitual line crosser. That's fair. I deserve that. I deserve every part of that. That's fair. I am fat and lazy. But I will tell you, Knox likes BEER. Want some beer? He immediately. Anyways. Any chance of Fat Electrician collaboration in your vids? Yes, I do plan on trying to make that happen. HLC and Ryan McBeth collab. I know Ryan McBeth. I watch Ryan McBeth. I don't know if he watches me, and that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, you know? Favorite war to learn about? I love World War II. I love Cringy Plane Guy. I love World War II. It is my favorite conflict, and my wife hates it.
Do you prefer physical, digital, or audiobooks? If it's the latter, HMU for the audiobook hookup. Also down for co-op Empyrean.
I like physical books.
The lazy dog is the corner is habitual Linny crosser.
Oh man, my own AI went against me. Did the Houthis really shoot down a Reaper drone? Apparently so. The U.S. confirmed it. At least a couple U.S. sources did. It's not unheard of. I mean, we gave away stingers to the Taliban, and I know that those ended up in circulation somewhere. And a stinger's a really reliable, consistent weapon system. So, what I think of Taiwan's plan to hit the Three Gorges Dam as it turns to Chinese invasion. I have not heard of that at all. Actually, I'm trying to, like, my brain was just trying to catch up, like, I haven't heard of that at all, man. For your animals, this is for some treats. I got you, Jackson. Hold on. They want them. They want them. Come on, Buffalo. Oh, hold on. They didn't see you in the thing. You got to get in here. There you go. No. No. Miss Rain. Rain won't jump up. Sorry. She's a very nice little girl. Here. Nox got 2. She got 2. Getting older, almost 35. World's going to shit. Viable. Someone like me finally go into armed forces and give it a go. Or is it too late? Bro, it's never too late.
When Ukrainians were being trained on Patriot in Fort Sill, did you train them or work with them? If so, what was it like?
Hold on.
For your animals. This is for some treats.
Hold on.
What do you think of Taiwan's plan to hit the Three Gorges Dam as a deterrent to a Chinese invasion?
I honestly hadn't heard anything about that. I'm going to have to look into that. When Ukrainians... Hold on. Deemer. I'm trying to stay with you guys.
Getting older, almost 35, world is going to shit. Viable for someone like me to finally go into the armed forces and give it a go, or is it too late?
Absolutely. No, it's never too late. Go talk to a recruiter. There's all kinds of waivers that can happen. Like, it's doable, right? But go now. When they're being trained on Patriot, did I train them or work with them? No, I did not. I teach non-commissioned officers in the United States Army, and my courseware is not cleared for foreign disclosure, even if they are at war. So I can't teach them what I know. However, I do know the people that did, and they will tell you that the people that they sent to learn were some of the smartest people that they had ever met. Like, these weren't just like run of the mill. That's why, like, when Timo and like fucking what's his name, the guy who likes to diddle kids on the internet, it's fucking Scott Ritter. When they say things like these are just regular civilians. No, these are like doctors, physicists, engineers. These are some of the smartest people there. And they were like fixing things on their own without being told to, because they know how to make it work better, right? So like the overall response is like, holy shit, these guys are really good, like really fucking smart. So that was the overall census from the people that I know that did work with them. I was not one of them, you know, good luck and Godspeed to those guys out there. But yeah, they work with somebody else. What if World War 2.5 happened? I would ask for the other 0.5 and just kind of get it over and handled, you know. I was watching a 6-hour documentary about NT the 19th time. Thanks for the answer. Awesome to hear. Yeah, no problem, man. Dang 100 bones. Baller. Hold on. Did Rob send another? Wait. I was like, damn you, Rob. How many years till you hit the 20 mark for retirement? So after I go warrant, I'll have a 6-year ADSO, 6-year additional duty service obligation. So I'll have to stay in 6 more years after I'm a warrant officer. Depending on where I'm at in my life and what's going on and how the world is working, might stay in, might get out. I don't know. You guys have made social media very successful for me. And of course, I know I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I'm incredibly thankful that you all are here with me. I really am. Space Force working on some new spacecraft stuff. I did see that. I don't know all the details. I saw the article. Like, it came across. Guys, I got a Google phone. I'm not sponsored at all, right? But I have a Google Pixel, and I love this thing, right? 2 reasons. One, if I search something on Google, it will pull up articles related to that randomly and be like, hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. And you can turn it off, but like, I get articles about defense. I get articles about space. I get articles about video games. I like boom, 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 boom. And it just finds constant information for me, which I love. But the best part is I can screen people's calls, which means when they call me, I can have Google answer it for me. And I can type what I want to say and Google will read it to them. And I don't got to deal with people, which is the best thing in the world. I'm not sponsored by Google at all. But I mean, I would Google, if you're watching, I would absolutely accept a sponsorship from Pixel because I freaking love this thing. Anyways, no sound for you? There should be sound. My audio's coming through. I see it. Oh, sorry on how HLC went from paint chip eating tanker to total misowner. I tell you what, Josh, it's a little lackluster. It really is not as impressive as you might think. So, I went to Afghanistan. I loved it. And I know that's really kind of fucked up to say, right? Like, I was an angry kid. I liked the fight. Even now, facing what's going on in the world, like, a little part of me still wants to go be in the fight. Like I know my missus is watching right now. She's like, no, I get that, I know that, but I like the fight. I don't know. I've always been more curious than cautious. Even last time I was in UAE, I wanted like Iran to pop off to see if like the best I had was better than the best they had. I know that's fucking stupid. I get it. It's stupid. It's dumb. I shouldn't do that, right? But I like it. Anyways, and I went to re-enlist. I was like, hey man, let's do this again. Let's keep doing this. 2012 or 2011. I was like, let's, keep me in the fight. And they're like, hey, pick a new job or get out. Hold on.
We ever going to get a story on how HLC went from a paint chip eating tanker to a total missile nerd?
And I went to re-enlist and they said, hey, pick a new job or get out. And they offered me 14 Echo, 14 Tango, and Vet Tech. Hindsight 2020, it wouldn't be a bad deal to be a Vet Tech, but I was like, what's the difference between Echo and Tango? And they said, well, one guy shoots the missile, one guy tells him to shoot the missile. And I was like, well, I want to shoot the fucking missile. That sounds cool. Get over to air defense, HIMAT air defense, and almost nobody has fired missiles. I have. I fired 2 of them. It was really cool for me. Honestly, probably the highlight of my career. Been all downhill since then. But, and believe it or not, I still spun my wheels. I got over to air defense. I reclassed. I went to Korea. I in-process people. I didn't do Patriot. I didn't do the job. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And I was like, this is dumb. I'm a tanker, right? Like, I had that mentality, right? I get back to Fort Sill the first time. And again, I'm a tanker, right? So they threw me on gate guard. When I was on gate guard as a low density and a 14 Echo, I knew that I was not usable to my unit. Like, that hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I am fucking useless. So I had to come to Jesus. I was like, I'm going to give it everything I got when I get back. And I did. And I got back and I crushed the 30-second double AMDC record for the fastest emplacement on an AMG. I crushed the fucking record for the fastest +4 time on an AMG. They threw me onto crew 3. All right, let's see what you do as a commo guy. I started crushing it as a commo guy. They're like, all right, well, you were going to deploy. I deployed. And then they threw me in the TCA slot, the Tactical Control Assistant slot. And they're like, you got to certify quickly. And in 4 days, I certified as a TCA, which, if you're not an air defender, that's a 6-month trade up, by the way. That takes 6 months to certify somebody inside that van. And I did it in 4 days. I was living inside that van for like 23 hours a day. And I started crushing it. And I come to find out, man, like, this job is really cool. Because it's a chess game. It's a giant video game, but it's chess. The enemy does this, so you do this. They're throwing this, so you configure this. You just change this because this. Like and then I got into like, well, why won't that work? Because of ducting and waveguides and blah blah blah. Like that's where I just fell in love with this job. So I tell everybody, if you're gonna join the Army, drink the Kool-Aid, homie. Drink the Kool-Aid. Just enjoy what you do and be all about what you do. So. I guess that's the long story. Greetings from Western Australia. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this in Australian accent. I got you.
Greetings from Western Australia. Spoken to my local member of parliament about sending our 40 legacy F-18s that we have in storage to Ukraine.
Nice.
Hope I can help keep the pressure on our government.
I thought you guys were sending some F-18s to Ukraine. Greetings from... Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Greetings from Western Australia. Spoken to my local member of parliament about sending our 40 legacy F-18s. Fuck, that's not good. I'm sorry, I'm fucking this up. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that one, man. I'm not feeling the Australian accent tonight. 2 missiles? Yes, Pete, I fired 2 missiles. It's the creating that is the... It's the creaking that's the tattletale, sorry. If you ain't Cav, you ain't... autistic. All right. I'm sorry. Oh, man, you can't leave it open like that, bro. Aztec Warriors, like, if you ain't Cav, you ain't autistic. That's what it is. Have you read or listened to Red Storm Rising by Tom Clancy?
At Habitual Linny Crosser, have you read or listened to Red Storm Rising by Tom Clancy?
I have not.
Also, thank you for your service, 07.
Thank you very much, Brandon Larson. I really appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. Like, honestly, for the support. All of you guys, even just watching and supporting and being part of the stream, like, I'm absolutely here for it. You guys are absolutely amazing. Autistic. Yeah! Aztec Warrior. You got a good laugh out of it, man. That's what matters. How many accents can you do? Doesn't matter how good they are. I mean, so here's the thing. It's this weird, like, some of my accents kind of blend. Like for some reason when I try to do like Spain, it comes across more like Russian sometimes, and then I tried to do Greek, it came across Spanish. Like some of them blend together. I guess I've never really counted them. So like Russia, Chinese ish, Japanese, freaking Iranian, well, Middle Eastern. I guess it would just be Middle Eastern. Like 4 different ones in the US.
Hi.
Hello, Olaf Aviation. Turned into Steve Irwin. Good eye. I mean, to really get it, like, I like Australians. I've only worked with Australians for a short period of time, and the thing I love about Australians is their incredibly liberal use of the C word, right? Like, as an American, I can't say the C word, but like hanging out with Australians on my last deployment, like they come over to the smoke pit and I'd be out there hanging out, and they would start just C word this, C word that, and I was just like, you know what, we're friends tonight, we're hanging out, and they're like, oh, look at this, yeah, and they just, I can't say it because I'm American, I'm not allowed to say that stuff. CF-18 or FA-18, I don't know. PB Blue Jay, J Blue Jay, I'm sorry. If you do join the Army, aviation is the way to go. 15 Tango Blackhawk Mechanics, the best MOS ever. I can give you a lot of work with the push of 2 switch indicators. Tab 1, page 2, helo discrimination. And that's how I engage. And the Blackhawk is no longer. But it's okay, you have mode codes, because we're friends. I'm just kidding. I would never shoot down one of our friendly aircraft on purpose. It's happened. Zach Gang back in the house. What is up, Zach Brown? A couple of those. New character idea with Grandpa Buff, the USS Texas, aka Freedom Sedan. It was designed to hold over 500 VLS. The Arsenal ship? That's cool as fuck. Jacob Bro. We're talking about anything underneath the sun, Jacob.
KHLC. Hope everyone is well tonight. What we talking about tonight?
We're talking about everything under the sun, my dude.
New character idea to go with Grandpa Buff. The USS Texas, aka the Freedom Sedan, as told by Fat Electrician. Yay, or nay? Also, just looked it up, Arsenal ship was planned to hold over 500 VLS.
Hold on.
Zach Gang back in the house.
King Cretix. You said something very specific. Who are you?
If you do join the army, aviation is the way to go. 15T Blackhawk Mechanic is the best MOS ever.
Honestly, aviation just gets like the good of everything. I just get shit on because I'm an air defender, and we just do, it does what it's told. That's what air defenders do. Didn't expect, so hold on. He said got pipped. Is that right? Pipped, because pipped is a very specific term. And I want to know who you are. Just got here. What are we talking about? We're talking about everything under the sun, man. I don't want anybody else when I think about... I'm not reading that, Caustic. 500 VLS played again, Uncle Sam.
Didn't expect to wake up at 9 p.m. Estate to see that a Reaper drone got piped by a Houthi missile, the most unlikely romance relationship ever.
So here's the kicker, though, F-14, right? As much as I would love for that to be, Article 5, right? Iran playing chess. What they're doing is, instead of attacking anyone as individual countries, right? Like, it's not Yemen attacking a U.S. drone. It's the Houthi rebels. If Yemen did it, that's Article 5. If a terrorist organization did it, that's not Article 5. So all these people who don't like United States, they quietly funnel money into these terrorist organizations. The terrorist organizations attack the U.S. or attack U.S. allies, and this is how this happens. So it's kind of it's a chess move. I mean, honestly, I can't be mad at the grind, man. It's pretty ingenious. We'll find a way to circumvent it. Air Defender gets more love than Small Arms Tech. Count your blessing. You know, sometimes I like my Small Arms Techs, man. One of my good friend, Carling, he was my guitarist when we were in Korea. I played drums for, not a while now, but I used to play drums for about 20 years. Comfortable in my career, but street to seat Nat Guard looking tempting. Bro, it's backed up. It's backed up pretty good, but street to seat is going to be the play. Probably. No tingle. No tingle. I'm writing a sci-fi novel where air and space defense VLS vehicles are integrated on battle time level.
Air Defender gets more love than Small Arms Tech. Count your blessing.
Tell us your Fort Polk story, the good, the bad, and ugly. Oh shit, there's a lot. I cut my finger. I don't know if you can see there's a scar right here from the bipod of my M14. It peeled me down to the bone. So I had stitches when I got there, which was nice. And then, hold on.
Tell us your Fort Polk story, the good, bad, and ugly.
So there was that. And then, hold on.
Comfortable in my career, but street to seat Nat Guard looking tempting.
Big facts. All right, so got my finger cut open, and then we went out to do the force on force, and we set up a patrol base, and we almost got wiped out. The only reason we survived is because we walked our artillery literally on top of ourselves. I had to move bodies of my friends for like 2 hours afterwards. Hold on.
Howdy HLC. Titans for your service and scholastic thoughts. Imo NY mountain man that lives near West Point. So sorry for sending you the shit COs. Video on grid coordinate reading / calling when?
I don't know. I'm not really good as being a forward observer, but I guess I could try and mess with it. Going back to JRTC, the Fort Polk Joint Readiness Training Center. So then we did the force on force. We called in artillery literally on ourselves to keep ourselves alive, which sounds really counterintuitive, but it worked. And then we were awake for 72 hours straight. And I remember I was in line to get fuel in my Humvee, and I fell asleep. And the whole convoy left without me. And my platoon sergeant was asleep. Everybody in the truck was asleep. We were all exhausted. And we had nothing left. And I was just, boom, I racked out. And so I got yelled at for that. And then I got stuck. And then while we were doing another force on force, I had the worst heat rash my medic had ever seen. Hold on.
SK is building arsenal ship. 48 SAM, 32 VLS, 15 ballistic, and 2 ICMB launchers on the helicopter deck. Plus hello and sea whiz. It's living raining breeze.
Jesus Christ. You said South Korea's doing that? I'm going to have to check into that. An arsenal ship. Because I know Aegis can fire off at anybody's boat. But anyway, so I had the worst heat rash that my medic had ever seen. My whole back was like scales, and my whole back peeled. And by the way, in case you guys have never had a heat rash before, it feels like you have a sunburn under your skin the first time. Or like when it happened. So it was pretty bad on me. It's fucking May in Louisiana because Army logic, right? Army logic is, hey, we're gonna leave a high plains mountainous desert, Colorado, and we're gonna go to a fucking swamp, Louisiana, so that we can train to deploy to a high plains mountainous desert, Afghanistan. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Like, that shit doesn't make any sense. But that's the Army in a nutshell. Japan reactivated their F4s? No shit, a couple years ago. Haven't heard any serious arsenal ship discussions for almost 15 years. I mean, it sounds cool. I don't know. Again, I'm not a Navy fighter, so like if they nixed it, there's probably a pretty good reason. Just heard about that. I'm happy the B-21 got its first flight. Yeah, I just saw that. This is an order. Listen to the Eric Cannonier remix. Erica Cannonier remix. I'll have to. So I will tell you this. You guys know that video that I made about the fratricide incidents. I don't want to give too many details. I don't know anything too much yet. I still got to finish reading all the email. I haven't had really time. But one of the guys who was there that night got a hold of me. And this is the thing, I don't take it at face value. I don't like, okay, cool, you're saying you were there that night. No, like, this man has details, like details that were not part of that video, details that I didn't even know we were supposed to know. Like, it's wild. And I am like a kid in a candy store reading through this stuff and learning as much as I can. HLC, do it on stream. Do what on stream? You're good. Oh, Ozzy Cowboy. I can't say it. Curious as an air defender, what's your take on the way your job represents the Netflix movie Oh, God. Oh, man. And the Netflix movie Interceptor. Fuck, I'm not doing a good Australian accent tonight, man. I'm sorry, guys. Keep up the great work, mate. I can kind of do the last one. But I haven't watched Interceptor. And what I want to do is the first time I watch Interceptor, I need to get a hold of One Punch Dad. And we should just sit down and watch it. And every time they get something wrong, we'll just drink. But I don't know if I'll even make it to the end of the movie. So I guess the only thing that would save me, hold on, let's let it play.
Hey HLCU good CNT. Curious, as an air defender, what was your take on the way your job was represented in the Netflix movie Interceptor? Keep up the great work, mate.
So thank you, by the way. I don't know much about the platform. So the platform they're on is what's referred to as SBX, or Sea-Based X-Band Radar. I believe it's a Navy operation, could be an Air Force operation. And just in case you guys were wondering, that radar, what it watches and what it kind of detects and keeps an eye on is the Pacific. Like the whole thing. All of it. And then some. And you're like, holy shit. Yeah, no, like Russia was beating their chest about having 600 kilometers of range over Patriot's, 100-mile range that it has on paper. And then we have an SBX which floats around in the Pacific and watches the whole thing. All of it. I don't know if they have engagement capability on board SBX, though. That's the big question. I know that SBX feeds into GMD, which is Ground-Based Mid-Course Defense, which is a land-based system in the United States that shoots down intercontinental ballistic missiles. But I don't know anything else about it, I guess.
Hey HLC, any chance with the recruitment shortage that the Army or Navy has relaxed its restrictions a bit on enlisting? I scored a 91 on the ASVAB, but got denied enlistment 2 to 3 months back.
That doesn't make any sense. You got a 91 and got denied.
Thank you for your service and the comedic relief. Just got my F-22 and US Crater Maker shirts. Love them. Also just want to make it go burrararararati.
Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate it, man. And honestly, for you guys, so the merch stuff, I want you to know, like, I invest in that for you guys, like, because y'all want shirts of stuff. I try and you guys will find out that like my merchandise is like cheaper than everybody else's, and I do that on purpose because I want you guys to get the shirts you want, right? I can do that as best I can. I do have to cut a few corners here and there to try and keep that price low, but I want you guys to get the stuff that you want. So that's the way that I do it. All right. I don't know if enlistment's going to change. I mean, I promise you, if things start popping off, enlistment will absolutely change. In 2002, when we started pushing into Iraq and Afghanistan, we were scared enough for Iraq. We'd already pushed into Afghanistan. There was like no standards.
Favorite naval/marine phantom liveries? Personally, VF-51, VMFA 531, VMFA 321.
I'll be honest with you, King. I haven't dug that far into like phantom liveries, like the different paint. I assume what I'm thinking of is F4 Phantom, right? And like color schemes that they've been. I don't know anything about that. I'm so sorry, man. I mean, no disrespect. I'll have to check those out though. VF-51, VFMA 531, and VMFA 321. I'll have to check those out. Can't wait for your buff hoodie to arrive. Hey, you got one there, Ralderick? Oh, yeah. Mrs. HLC, she wanted me to bring that up. So somebody, again, it's not a trademarked or copyrighted statement that would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. But someone is selling it on Amazon. Someone created shirts on Amazon, and that's fine. I don't own the rights to that. It's not my personal, obviously I made the joke. Hold on.
Can't wait for my buff hoodie to arrive.
That's what I'm talking about. But got another one.
What if China turned their cargo ships into arsenal ships with modular container-based missiles? Could we withstand 10 Ka-18 missiles each at San Diego/Norfolk/SK/Japan/etc.? Do we have a contingency?
So here's the thing. The only chance any country has against the United States is to hopefully cause enough damage that you have circumstantially eliminated our ability to counterattack. Now, to do that, you would have to eliminate 70% or more of American military capability in one fell swoop. And that is a daunting task for anybody. So yeah, you could probably hit our ports all up and down our coastline. That's fine. And you might eliminate a carrier and some fucking destroyers. Absolutely. But I guarantee that body of water you're in, there's more of them out there. I guarantee it. So you may get the first initial sucker punch. I mean, it's asinine to think that America's prepared for everything at any given time, right? The same thing goes for any country, Japan, Russia. If I was going to plan a surprise attack on any nation, I could successfully get the upper hand for a short period of time. Remember, the element of surprise is the best and most short-lived tactical advantage.
Have you ever thought about doing a collab with Jake Bro? He was a nuclear missile operator in the Air Force. Thought it would be a good conversation.
I do not know him. I'm going to have to check him out. Let me write that name down. Jake Bro. But anyways, yeah, so someone's selling stuff on Amazon. It's not me. Also, guys, go to, I have a link tree in all of my socials. Okay. Mrs. Linecrosser is just, she's on top of everything. So someone is selling, would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Yes, I made the joke. Yes, I came up with that joke. I don't own it.
The Arsenal ship was a concept the US had after World War II and planned to turn the USS Kentucky B-66 into the BBG-1 guided missile or arsenal ship.
I didn't know that. I know Aegis can fire off at everybody's shit. See you in the Northern Territory. Do it, HOC. It's not cultural appropriation. It's a long-term affection. Even used in advertising here. See you in the Northern Territory. I love Australians. I really do. I like Australians. I don't know. Canadians just seem kind of like Americans. It didn't seem very different when I was roaming around. I went across the Windsor Bridge. I think that's Ontario. Maybe. And because I was under 21. I was 20 years old. I was on leave from Afghanistan. In the United States, you can't drink if you're under 21, even if you're literally being shot at every single day, which is the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. But anyways, right. So I left Afghanistan. I was being shot at every day, and I went with my brother who lives in Detroit. And my cousin, who's also lives there, was like, hey, man, you're not 21. Let's go get drunk in Canada. So we went up to Canada, and we went to an adult gentleman's club. And I got heavily intoxicated. And then the Canadian Mounties, because I didn't have a passport and all I had was a military ID, they didn't want to let me back into the country. And I was like, so let me get this straight. You want to keep a U.S. service member out of the United States? Are you sure?
Yeah, man. I'm still very interested in joining, but apparently my allergy that I haven't triggered once throughout my life was too much an issue. Probably should talk to a recruiter again soon.
I would encourage you to, nerds. Nerds forever.
Do it, HLC. It's not cultural appropriation. It's a term of affection. Even used in advertising here, CUNT. See you in the Northern Territory, smiley face.
USS Enterprise, CV-6, and how it bitch slapped Japan's navy in World War II. I do like the Enterprise. Maybe I'll bring it out as a character. This is the thing. Sometimes I suffer from this problem that either A, I have a good character that I've yet to be able to use. Like I have a C-130 and an AC-130. I know the character. I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to build the character. I know everything about it. Just haven't had reason to use it yet. Or I have a character and I have no idea who it's going to be. Like there's a persona that I want to attach to somebody. I'm like, oh, they will love this. But I also know if I attach this awesome character to a shit piece of equipment, then you guys are going to hate it. So like, I don't know. It's hard to follow. It's hard to stay on top of it all. Captain Kirk for Enterprise. There's something on the wing. Nicole Drake will do. Have it in her notes to check. Mrs. HLC's all on top of it. Mrs. HLC. That's what I'm doing for college. Hold on. You don't need to make a new character. It's how long would it take for the F-22 to obliterate the J-20? Ooh, depending. So if we're talking a 1v1, they're not half bad. It's just America has a lot of firepower. Like people like, oh, well, the Chinese have millions, maybe even billions of people that they can call on. Cool. They don't have millions of aircraft. So like we still have the numbers in our advantage there. But it's, I don't know. It makes it funny. Will the Apache always be Macho Man voice or just during collab? I don't know. I maybe I'll mess with it again. Tower of Power, too sweet to... I can't... Angry Cops did a really good job. The Tower of Power, too sweet to be funky like a monkey. Oh, yeah. Like, I can't get it like him. What about the J-35 versus the F-35? I don't know enough about the J-35 to make an assessment, honestly. You should have a Christopher Walken character. A friend of mine does a really, really good Christopher Walken. So, like... I've never really appealed to a Christopher Walken. You're talking to me all wrong. Like, I can never get it right. USS Zumwalt is commanded by Captain James T. Kirk. Give that poor dog a bed. They're fine. They have a bed. They just, yeah. B-21 and B-2 need a... That's actually not a half bad idea, Jared. That is not a half bad idea. Israel has the best missile defense in the world. They have a really good. Like they do really have good air defense and missile defense. It's hard to say. So, because my brain, right? When you say best, do you mean the most coverage? Do you mean the most of their country protected at any given time? Do you mean they can handle the largest volume? Do you mean like... That's where my brain's at, right? Like, I think that... Hold on.
B-21 and B-2 need to have a conversation.
I agree. But, so, like, I think if you took the concentration of American air defense and the concentration of Israeli air defense, American will be able to handle more. However... Israel covers a larger percent of their country with their air and missile defense. The United States does not. So, like, it's kind of hard.
J-20 is making the same mistake we made in Vietnam with the F-4, no gun. I guess they don't have a knack for history lessons over there.
I mean, with the stealth aircraft, though, I don't know. Maybe. She has one. Grab the round fluffy bed. All right, I'll grab the round fluffy bed for Rain. Hold on. I'll be right back. Mrs. HLC told me to do it, so I'm doing it. Here, Miss Rain. Here you go, little girl. There we go. Let me see. And now she's just pulling it all over the room, and now she's laying down in it. Who's the kid's mom? I'll never tell. I will never tell. Not until I introduce the character. I will never tell. Is there a U2 character? So the U2 has showed up, and U2 Brian has had beef with the buff. I hope you guys like that buff stuff. I really like I really wanted the buff things to be good. So when is Madam Linecrosser? She's in chat right now. Mrs. HLC's in chat. Hang on. Oh, where's my? There we go. For Mrs. HLC. All right. What's that one?
Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm sorry. There's a couple of buttons here. Hold on.
A black man with a funny name.
Nope.
But it's political bullshit.
That's fair.
I hope the Brits are ready for this Boston tea bag that I'm going to give them.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. All right. Buffy the Forehead Slayer. Who's the kid's dad? I will never tell. I will never tell. Spilky Milky. I will never tell. The buff is fantastic, and the kid, keep it up. I do like the dynamic that I've created between those characters. I really do. And the good part is like it's a good dynamic. The bad part is I can hear them inside my head arguing with each other when something happens in the world. I'm like, well, great. Buff is the perfect grandpa with stories to tell. I couldn't agree more. Scoob's watching? Scoob, are you in chat right now? Yes, I've had a YouTube play button, man. It's for passing 100,000. Honestly, I couldn't have done it. Literally, couldn't have done it without any of you guys. Scoob's like, when did you get a play button? Bro, I've had it. When you pass 100,000. You guys, the thoughts on the story about the USS Wisconsin. Ooh, the Temper. I actually met a guy here in Oklahoma who was on the USS Wisconsin before she was decommissioned. So I asked him about it. The dad's got to be either the U.S. government or HLC himself. I'll never tell. That's how you know you have a great creative concept. I would like to hope so. The Hole Puncher. If I don't make a Team Buff shirt, I'm making my own. Give me some time, the Hole Puncher. I will get you one, I promise. I will get a Team Buff. That has been a...
Thoughts on the story about the USS Wisconsin?
I love that story about the USS Wisconsin.
Buff is the perfect grandpa with stories to tell.
HLC letting the voices in his head have a voice is healthy. Thank you, John. I'm glad you get it. I will make a Team Buff shirt. That has been a big ask. I've gotten that ask a lot, and I want to give you guys what you're asking for, but I also don't want to just put up a B-52 on a shirt and say Team Buff. I want it to be cool.
Would you do the F-22 Raptor as Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs?
Put the lotion.
If you don't make a Team Buff shirt, I'm making my own.
Put the AIM-9 in the basket. Well, it's not AIM-9s. I don't think. Does he have AIM? Yeah, he has AIM-9s. I think he can fit Sidewinders. Am I aware of the... Hold on. I'm reading everything. Fun fact, the U.S. Navy vets from the 1980s. They wanted an anime version of the Iowa?
Fun fact, US Navy vets from the 1980s who served on the USS Iowa near unanimously and unofficially endorsed an anime girl version of USS Iowa, and if the art existed back then, it would have been plastered all over the ship.
Huh. I never knew that. Hold on, Roto said something. I do know Roto. Are you aware of the Perlin project? It's a glider with an altitude record of Let me write that in my notes. The Perlin Project. I think I know it,
Are
though.
you aware of the Perlin project? It's a glider with an altitude record of 74,334 feet. Would make a fun one-time character for shits and giggles.
Is that the one that flew for like a month because it was like covered in solar panels and just had little tiny like rotors on it? I don't know. You need a FAFO shirt? I don't know. I feel this is the thing. I feel like there's so many of those roaming around. I couldn't add anything new to it that is individual and iconic, right? So I want to do one, but I don't know if I could really bring anything to it gooder, right? I couldn't make it any gooder. When's the FA-18? The character isn't here yet. I need to do more homework on the F-18. I really need to. Ordered a buff shirt. Mom loves your name and logo. Thank you so much, Kicks your Doya. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Happy birthday to my beloved United States Marine Corps. Also first to fight, but alas, the ball was canceled. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I got nervous when I found out that ball was canceled. So do you guys know who Pogue Actual is? Pogue Actual is, he's a friend of mine. He's a master sergeant in the Marine Corps. And he had a video explaining in detail, at least on TikTok, like why they canceled it, what's going on. But I still couldn't help but make the joke, right? I still couldn't, I couldn't pass the opportunity. Rob, Jesus, again, coming in. Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Hold on.
Ordered buff shirt. Mom loves your name and logo.
You're very, very welcome. I'm glad I can, like, that's my main thing, man, is I want you guys to get your stuff and I want it to be, like, good. I want it to be good quality, good designs, good look, like something you'll actually wear, not just something you bought just because, you know, you want to support me. Like, I want it to be something cool. Like, it has to be that cool factor. I've also been asked about tank tops. No word yet. Still working on that. What is my opinion on the first flight of the B-21? I've had that a lot tonight. I don't know. Because here's the thing. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's supposed to be the first 6th gen aircraft. It's supposed to be all these other things. But, like, what does it do that nothing else can do? And we're not going to know for a while. And that's what, like, is bugging me. Like, I want to know what this B-21 can do that we're not getting on any other air platforms. Because Uncle Sam doesn't buy the same shit over and over. Like, we always just, like, it has to do something different. So I want to know what...
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
I
Would
forgot.
you intercept me? Intercept me.
I forgot I had that variation in there. I forgot about that. Rolo said that's the solar impulse was flying electric. Okay.
No, that's Solar Impulse that was flying electric. What's your opinion on the first flight of the B-21?
I want to know what it can do.
Happy birthday to my beloved United States Marine Corps. Also the first to fight, but alas the ball was cancelled. Angry face.
Hold on. James Kerr coming in with 20. Thank you so much.
Team Buff, Topographical Fafo.
Big facts. I vote for One Punch Dad doing LPWS. You know what? So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I will be going to One Punch Dad's house, and he is setting up a... Hold on.
I vote for One Punch Dad doing LPWS character.
He has started up a podcast called The Hard Point. I believe you can find it on Instagram and on YouTube. I think you just look The Hard Point. And so I'm going to be on The Hard Point tomorrow. Kind of excited about that, man. Like, I've known One Punch Dad for a number of years, so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to have a good time. I don't even know what we're talking about, but I will tell him that the masses have requested an LPWS character. Maybe I'll make him do Crafton as the LPWS. I think that'd be funny. Can we get a story of which buff visits the 111, the 86? Oh, I like the F-86, by the way. I really like that aircraft. Oh, like, Jason, that made me hurt reading that. That made me hurt. Like, could I make that video? Yeah. But I feel like some people would get hurt. Like, that's going to be a heavy one, man. That is going to be an absolute heavy one. I'm not opposed to it.
Can we get a story in which Buff visits the grave of all the youngsters that came and went F111, F86, F4, F8, F14, B58 etc. like an old man whose friends are all dead?
Oh man, that's a heavy one. I like the idea, but that is going to be a heavy one. How about the King Stallion? Bought a Buff European Texas shirt, waiting for more merch stuff to come up. So I am working a new F22 shirt. I want you guys to know that. I am working it right now. And by me, I'm working with a graphic designer to get it exactly what I need. He's working on revisions right now, and we'll see what I get out of it. But no word yet. And I'm trying to get him as quick as I can. I just don't want to hit him like, I need 15 designs today. Like, no, I want to... F14 wants more Tomcat. I love the Tomcat. The Tomcat is a fun character. I just don't, again, I don't have a reason to use the character because we don't use the Tomcat. I used it with Iran because Iran still has Tomcats.
I bought Buff and European Texas shirts, waiting on more merch stuff to come up. Fafo shirt with F22 with eyes and mouth, lol.
Hold on. Carrie.
The Hercules C130 or the Galaxy C5 characters. Buff for life. Maybe you should add in a line or a video about you can jumpstart its engines with an explosive charge.
Is that a real thing? You can jumpstart Buff's engines with an explosive? I didn't even know that. Hold on. Let me write that in my notes because that's actually not a half bad joke. And then for the C130 and C5, C5 I don't have yet, but C130 I have the character up here. The character exists, just don't have a reason to use him yet. So I'll try and squeeze in. The C130's been a really asked after character.
Kind of weird, and you look familiar. I did Nox in early 2008 for basic and then 8/14s at Bliss. Iraq Task Force 33C Ranman right after then Force Protection for Alpha 5 to 52 in Bahrain for a year.
See, I did Nox in January 2009. I was a 19 kilo then. When I changed over to air defense, they had already moved to Fort Sill. I did 14 Echo there, and then I did 652, 32, and then the Air Missile Defense Test Detachment, and now I'm at the Non-Commissioned Officer Academy. So you might, if you came through SLC, you probably saw me. At least in the last year or two. B-21 theories, flying Aegis. It does have to be IFCN compliant. Just letting you all know that. All newer jets, all newer bombers, all newer planes have to be IFCN compliant, which is the Integrated Fire Control Network through the IBCS.
One of my B-21 theories greater than flying Aegis, not only.
What is my opinion on the Messerschmitt 262? Great aircraft. Honestly, ahead of its time. If they had produced more of them, may have changed the war in their favor. Great aircraft. Honestly, it was annihilating everything else. So, like, I pay a lot of attention to World War II. Did you guys know this? And I love, so my Brits, if you're a Brit and you're here in chat right now, you're going to want to hear this, right? So the V1 was the first ever technical cruise missile. And when they came out with it, the Germans came out with it, they were producing thousands, over 10,000 a week, right? They were producing a ton of these things, but they flew at a couple hundred miles an hour. They'd lob them across the English Channel. And eventually British pilots got fucking bored and they were trying to more or less not eliminate these things with their guns because they would just shoot them. They would go down and they had like a 80% interception rate. Like they were annihilating them pretty quick when they're in their Spitfires and shit. But what they would do is the thing would be coming in and they would pull up next to it and they would tip it and flip it upside down, and its gyros would get fucked up, and when they flip it upside down, it would just crash. So British pilots were taking down the world's first cruise missile by just flipping it over. They were doing that. That was a real thing. Yep, that's a real thing. And I love that story. I absolutely love that story.
It is how the buff scrambles. It's a no poop thing to see.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Thanks to you I found the fat electrician, so now I'm laughing daily between the two of you. So have a few on me.
Hey,
Also, thank you for your service.
Night Blue Mage, thank you so much for the support, man. Honestly, I want you guys to know, for anyone who's donating, you guys do not have to. I will always be here, and I will always try and just stream and talk to you guys about what's going on in the world and what's going on with me. So maybe we'll play some games together. It really depends. Like this week has been just really busy, so that's why we're just talking. You do not have to. I will never require that. But I'm thankful if you do, right?
Can't wait for the Falcons to do its wild weasel tricks again in the field with full AGM-88.
Oh, it's going to be... It's going to be an interesting time, man. Like, everybody has spent a lot of time, effort, and money building up what they have. So it's interesting to see what is going to be happening. Sorry. Tipping with their wings. Yep, Livewire knew. Hold on. Find made to live one and quoting. And he's quoting MGK. Yeah. Wait, I quoted MGK. I don't even listen to MGK. What did I quote MGK with? Like tipping a cow. Absolutely. You're talking about tipping the V1s. I'm surprised the Air Force hasn't tried to turn a Globemaster into a bigger version of the gunship. I don't think they can. So here's the thing. I feel like they've kind of reached the limit of what they can stick in the side of a plane.
Love you content. Idea, this day in military history short. That allows you to do old aircraft and voices. F-14 versus Syrians etc.
It's actually not a half bad idea. I'm always looking for spin-off ideas, especially if the news is slow, so I'm going to add that to the list. I actually like that. Thank you so much. Hold on. So I work in a mall and the decorations, yep. Your dad was a CB, Neil? I love me some CBs, homie.
The F-22 and F-35 will be retired and the B-52 will still be doing touch-and-go landing practice.
I'm telling you, man.
World War II German Fritz-guided anti-ship bomb is interesting.
If it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it.
So I work in a mall and the decorations and music started today. It's too damn early. Also my cousin is on the Icebreakers CG and my dad was a CB.
Well, thank you so much, my dude. I do love me some CBs. I like CBs. I get along with CBs. They built our COP for us in Afghanistan, our ACS-4? ACS-4? Yeah, they built ACS-4 for us. So I do like them guys. You know anything about the A-12? I don't know anything about the A-12. I may add it to the list of notes. I'll take a look about it. Maybe it's something I can make fun of. See, on my scope, on the Patriot system, enemy missiles look like Dorito chips. P-51, I would love to do a P-51.
Do you know anything about the A-12 Avenger 2 nickname the Flying Dorito? The Navy's stealth-type version of the A-10.
Do me as an air defender have knowledge about the Sea Whiz? Have I heard about the Mantis system from Germany? I have heard about the Mantis system from Germany. I love lead-slinging air defense systems. I do. I think they're awesome. The Mantis is awesome. The Sea Whiz is awesome. The LPWS is awesome. The there's somebody else who has one. Honestly, I still like the Quad 50. The downside is they don't have the range and speed to compete with ballistic missiles nowadays. So that's why we switched to missiles. Missile defense systems, missiles shooting down missile. I think they're super cool. The Mantis is super cool, but the Mantis can't do what Patriot can do, and Patriot can't do what the Mantis can do, if that makes sense. I think the Mantis looks awesome, though. It's a interesting. Germany just has some cool looking freaking guns. Like, I just really like it. P-51 done with the voice of Tom Cruise. Sky Warden is in. He sounds like Florida. I have added the Sky Warden. And CG, I mean, he's Coast Guard. He's a cutter. So the Coast Guard cutter. Yeah, no, fuck that noise. Here's the thing, man. Like, and this is I got to give this to the Coast Guard. So Antarctica and the North Pole are solely cut by the U.S. Coast Guard, right? Like the ice they cut through is solely done by the U.S. Coast Guard. Like they're the only people who do that. No other country has anyone out there doing it. It's solely done by them. And they do it alone. Fuck that. Nope. There's orcas in that fucking water. There's leopard seals or sea lions or whatever the fuck they're called. There's fucking, I don't know, jellyfish. There's all sorts of shit in that water. No. And you'll freeze to death in like 2 minutes. Nope. No, thank you.
Gotta get an AC-130 character. He has a howitzer.
I do. I have the character. You know what? I'll find a way to squeeze him in. You guys have asked.
And by CG, I mean he's a CPTN Coast Guard icebreaker.
I have the character for an AC-130. I will find a reason to squeeze him in. He will get squeezed in. I will find a reason, okay? Because I already have like catchphrases and stuff. Like I really wanted to build this character right because the C-130 is an iconic aircraft. So I wanted to build it right. Imagine the shenanigans that would ensue if you created a ground attack version of B-52. Oh, there is a ground attack version of B-52. It's called the M2 Heavy Barrel 50 caliber machine gun.
Imagine the shenanigans that would ensue if they created a ground attack version of the B-52. And the only A-12 I know about is the CIA's SR-71.
The only A-12? Oh. Wait, A-12 is the SR-71? I don't... Oh, the Flying Dorito? Do a Skunkworks plays character? Dude, there was a guy from Skunkworks who sent me... Fuck, I don't know where I put it. An actual skunk, and I have a Skunkworks shirt, and it looks cool as shit. Chinook character? I should add a Chinook. It's a matter of creating. Yeah, Norwals, there's a bunch of shit. Get dad shorts with an M4. Sea-Wiz are definitely close range, but seeing Sea-Wiz in action is like an A-10 on steroids. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool it's a cool weapon system. YF-12 was the SR-71 fighter prototype. Hold on. Black Hawk characters need a buff. The 50 being removed could be getting prostate surgery. Oh, Jared C. Do I have the interview with you tomorrow? Is that you who I had? Is that you? Use the footage for content. It is okay, my dude. I do that. You reached out to me individually and you were asking for help with a project. And if I agreed to it, I got you, dude. I think gun-based AA systems are going to be coming back with the cheap drones. Station your thoughts? Yes and no. So, how do I do this without breaking down like threat profiles and TTPs? Hold on.
I think gun-based AA systems are going to be coming back in style with all the cheap drones on station. Your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a perfect opportunity to utilize directed energy weapons. Like if the United States was fighting in Ukraine, right? Number one, we wouldn't be digging trenches and digging in. We don't stop. Like that's just not the way the United States works. We just continue to push and push and push and push. Like that's just the way we are, right? But at any given time, there are over 25 drones every square mile over the fronts of Ukraine. That's a day's work for a directed energy maneuver short range air defense system. They'll detect them, they'll find them, they'll nuke them, they'll move on, right? And it costs about $3 to $4 per shot, and they can shoot in more than one direction, and because they got a beam director that can shoot in several directions at the exact same time. So I think while machine guns will work, yes, they will be effective. Directed energy maneuver short range air defense is going to be a big thing.
Why do you think the F-22 has not had its time to shine in combat? And why do you think Congress killed production in lieu of the pricey F-35?
That's a great question. Rob Castle with a bird.
For some reason I found he sounds like Florida absolutely hilarious.
I'm gonna sweat his ass. I can't even say when I'm not like my face hidden behind a mask because I can't pretend I'm somebody else. I can't method act that way. But anyways, so why has he not had his time to shine? I feel like he has, but I feel like if the world knew that it was an F-22, then the world would know of a capability of the F-22. And then why did they get rid of it? So honestly, the F-22 maintenance schedule is pricier than the F-35. The F-35 has a lot of like logistics, not really logistics, like cyber issues, like it's like software issues. The F-22 just has a lot of issues. It's very expensive to run one of those systems. So they had to pick, which one was better. And because the F-35 was the export version, they're going to produce more of those, so they want to keep that going, and I think that's why they did it. Hold on, I want to read this one. Found you in May about a week after I lost my wife to cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that, Brandon. Your videos got me through hard days. Happy Veterans Day, all the vets out there. Hey, Brandon, real talk, man. Like, I'm so sorry you had to go through. I can't imagine anything worse than that, man. I really can't. I cannot imagine. Hold on.
Chinook needs to totally be a redneck. Cheers from OKC.
Brandon, do me a favor. Find my my business email. Shoot me an email. Let me know it's you, please. Okay? Please.
Found you in May about a week after I lost my wife to cancer. #FCancer. Your videos got
Couldn't
me
agree
through
more.
a lot of hard days. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. The only reason I didn't have to serve is because you did.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, guys. Honestly. Let me see. There was F-22 has intercepted. So they did. Yes, in 2013. Yes, Fish. Are you gonna pop in?
Yeah.
Why are you popping in?
Well, two things. I have a hob.
You have a hob.
And Brandon,
Yes.
email.
Yes.
You did? Oh, you did.
I told him to email me. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I did.
Oh.
This this is like oh, and my viewer count goes up.
I brought a hob.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I brought hobs.
This is Mrs. HLC, guys.
What is your favorite color?
Hi.
What is my favorite color? Green, actually.
Is
Green
this
my favorite
our live chat?
color. Yes, this is live chat. Oh wait, sorry, I gotta scroll down.
F-22 has intercepted.
Oh,
Sorry, this is
Look up F-22 versus
Yeah.
F-4
Yeah.
It's her and Hobbs HLC. You know, I know that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, hang on. Let me see.
There you go.
Let me see. Oh, Mr. Hobb, come on, give me.
Your lighting is nice.
Oh yeah, it's because you put it together.
I know, but like,
Look at the bean.
he's
Hello, Hobb and Mrs. HLC
He's
from the
fine.
Zach gang.
from the Zach Gang.
The Zach
Whoa,
Gang.
hi. I love the Zach Gang.
You love the Zach gang.
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're at about 10 minutes until we're gonna be stopping here soon. So. I saw 700 people in here.
I saw 700 people. Didn't you see my comment?
I didn't see it. No.
I said, woo, 700 people.
You see, it's going
That's
pretty
a
quick. I'm
lot.
trying to stay
That's
on
a
top
lot.
of it. That looks like a dry rat. Sorry,
Hello,
it's
Bob
okay.
and
He's-
Mrs. HLC from
He
the
is
Zach
pretty dry.
Gang.
He's
He's-
shriveled.
He's 15 years old. He's
somebody
at.
had to put their dog down.
Aw.
Small dog down. Sorry.
He looks like an elf from Harry Potter.
Oh, he's a house elf. And he does have socks, just not at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a terror with socks.
Knox, don't you whine. I hear you. Stop it.
It's a lot of crying. Let's see.
Build rat. The kid needs to have a secret bunker where he has tossed captured planes messing with them like Buffalo Bill. EF-111 Raven character, please. Ooh, a Raven.
Oh.
It's the
Like
haircut
the-
regulation. The Raven, I don't know if that's the one he's talking about. The only Raven I know of is the one like it's like real. It's a light.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
That's my
thinking of a
favorite
different
color.
Raven.
Pick a different one.
That's your favorite color. I got to pick a different one.
What?
That's my favorite color. Pick a different one. I can't pick green. Green's not my favorite color. So let's do.
Green isn't your. Why can't you have green as your?
Because they
favorite
said I got to
color?
pick a different blue. Let's go blue. I don't know.
Purple.
What about using a drone for one of your characters? I considered it. I mean, I have used the
You know
Reaper.
what? I saw somebody commented that they wanted the Iron Dome to be a character. I think that's something.
I would have to make a second Israeli accent. I already have enough trouble with that accent. That accent
do it.
fucks with me
You
bad.
could
It's
do
so
it.
tough.
You could do it.
It is a tough accent.
Hmm.
Is a Flying Dorito and the Lockheed A-12 Archangel is the SR-72 type plane. Both were prototypes.
Oh.
Marines, happy birthday. Remember the deep state is always watching Stay Frosty.
Super.
Marines. No, not the Iron Dome. Rob says not the Iron Dome.
Oh. Okay. What?
Need to get an ARG character.
Maybe.
Aircraft carrier.
Is Hog blind? Yeah, he's all the way
There's pretty much
blind.
nothing there.
Marines,
Yeah,
happy
he's super
birthday.
blind.
Remember, the deep
Yeah.
state is always witching.
And his back
Stay
legs don't work
frosty.
very well. That's why he needs his...
You guys got a real treat tonight. Usually Mrs.
Slippery.
HLC doesn't want to come in the room.
You know what though? Today,
What about using a drone for one
I
of
went
your
to the gym. I did
characters?
the gym things, and I had a really relaxing day. And I put like I have a little bit of makeup on my face, which is nice.
I think you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Chad, I think we agree.
Thank you.
XF-85
Thanks.
Goblin. Oh, the Goblin. That's the one that comes out of the Bombay of the B-52, right?
Somebody wants a voice for a character done by Mrs.
Madam HLC needs to do a voice.
I don't have good accents. I could.
You could just be yourself.
/ General
I guess.
Dynamics
You could
A-12
have a
Avenger
female
2 is the
something.
Flying Dorito and the
Yeah.
Lockheed A-12 Archangel is the
Oh,
SR-72
look at these
type plane.
You could be Buff's
Both
X.
were prototypes.
No.
She could be Buff's X, right? She could be.
No.
Happy birthday, United States Marine Corps. From the halls of... Oh, sorry.
Oh, Supernova says I don't need an accent.
Oh, it's a bean. I'm going to rub his socket.
Here's another one though. Please do Iron Dome.
Please do Iron Dome.
Yes.
Is lovely, but not what I... You're
What
lovely,
did you
but...
I don't know what you
F-85 Goblin
expected.
can be a very
I
skillful
don't like to
fighter.
set expectations. I'm pretty normal and pretty boring.
Need a UH-60 character. That's the Chinook, isn't it? Yeah, Chinook. Chinooks fly literally insane. Mrs. HLC character, yes, please.
Oh, okay.
You be you. Yeah, Lisa says you gotta be you.
Okay, I can be me.
She should be one of the destroyers.
Okay.
Mrs. HLC, did we find our Chinook? Oh, UH-60 is the Black Hawk. I stand corrected.
Oh.
Mrs. HLC did say that she was old, but definitely doesn't look like it. Oh,
Pretty old. I'm pretty old.
She's old. She's older than me.
I'm older than he is.
She's my cougar. That's what she is. She's my cougar.
Wow.
I think a crackhead UA FPV suicide drone.
Need a 60 character
Oh,
too.
Miss America.
They fly
wow.
crazy.
I can practice my
know.
wave, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Just change the voice every time it
Mrs.
pops up.
Chelsea is lovely, but not what I
it's going
expected.
So fast. Your
I know.
chat
I'm
is really
trying to
fast.
stay on top of it. It's just blasting. What about the Valkyrie Balsa Wood?
Sister HLC needs to be a ship. I agree.
That dog is
100%.
looking immaculate.
Yeah, he is. He's probably lost a little bit of weight. He's eating well, but he's shrinking in his old age.
The shipbuilding yard in the Gulf, they're widening the docks. They're talking about reactivating the Iowas?
Ooh, Supernova says we look like we're in our mid-20s. That's so...
What about the Valkyrie? Balsa Wood FTW.
That's really nice.
First Marine Corps ball in 80 plus years canceled. Boys are going to be mad they don't get their crayon cake. That's, yeah, I couldn't agree. Honestly, when I heard about it, I was like, they don't cancel that for anything.
Ooh, a cougar. Yeah.
She is a cougar. She's my cougar.
You know what though? I don't have any weird feelings about getting old. I don't mind getting old.
Hello, Bean.
Ooh.
Hello, fish.
Hi.
There we go.
Let's see.
The F-22 could stay on top of this chat light work. I agree.
To do it.
A whack voice? I don't know what that means. I'm honestly curious. I'm not being
Ball
facetious.
in 80 plus years cancelled. Boys are gonna be mad they don't get their crayon cake.
Razzie says sadness, nothing I say appears. I see what you're saying, Razzie. I'm trying to follow all of it.
Shipbuilding
Ooh.
yard in the Gulf, they are
We're
widening
in a
dry
room.
docks. There is talk
should-
about the
hold
Navy
on, we're talking right
reactivating the Iowas or building
The-
new
the auto-
battleships.
Like a
The super chat, yeah.
Oh.
They said you should do the Enola Gay.
Somebody said
Crackhead
Hobbs is the best
UFPV
dog in the world. You know
suicide
what?
drone would be fun
He is.
idea
He's
for
the
a
Who said
best
side
that?
dog.
Who said
Right
that?
here, look.
And just change the voice every time it pops
I think Bean
up.
might be blind. Hold on.
Oh, he's so blind. And
Hold
he
on.
is the best dog.
Where's it say he's the
Keep
best dog?
Scrolling up, keep scrolling up. It's so. Somebody said there's lots of people in the chat.
The F-22 could stay on top of this chat. Light
Scroll
work.
down.
Scroll down.
Yeah, it was there. I swear, I'm not seeing things.
CH-47 is the Chinook. See them nearly every week being the
I don't
FT.
know.
Camel
I don't know
flight
either.
area.
I'm trying to stay on top of it. HLC, you're still youngest to me, bro. I don't feel like Bean is a W. He's a win.
He is a win. He's winning at life. He just turned 15.
15.
15, 1-5.
Look his little carrot. His
I feel
little
like
tail.
I'm in a weird place. Am I in a weird place?
I think you're gorgeous.
Okay. Oh, you see?
You're holding the Marines Devil Dog.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah,
Pete's.
so nice. It looks nice.
So he pees on his paws, so he has Pete's. He doesn't have feet. He has Pete's.
Pete's.
And so she has 2 Pete's tattooed on her leg.
I do.
Mrs. HLC equals AWACS.
What is that?
It's a radar plane.
Okay.
That's got a big dome on top of it, and yeah.
Oh, somebody's very nice. She looks 25 and you don't.
She does look better than me. Yo, it's all city miles. It is all city miles, guys. It is. I got nothing but city. Actually, off-road miles.
Off-road.
Yes. Freaking love your content. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it. Wait, Mrs. HLC's old. She is. She's
Yeah.
like a year and some change.
Not much older, but yes, older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Supernova, Calvin, and Hobbs. This is Hobbs, my little invisible tiger friend.
Invisible tiger friend? No.
Yeah,
he's
Calvin
he's
Hobbs.
visible. We're invisible to him.
Well, now we are.
AWACS, the mom of all the battle forces in the air.
Oh.
Wolfram, hold on. You know when the F-22 finally shoots something down, you need to have an HLC covered because he finally
She looks like she's 25, and you don't.
I agree. I don't. This is the thing. I'm torn. If the 22 shoots something down,
As far as I know, there is no talk ABT reactivating the Iowas.
oh Nemo,
Yeah, I know.
relax, my dude.
Mrs. HLC is holding the Marines Devil Dog.
They said he's a Wendigo.
Oh,
He ate your baby.
and
No,
his little legs.
his little legs. They don't really work very much.
They do okay.
Yeah. Send that Wendigo back. He's okay. He has no teeth. See? Let's see.
Oh, he doesn't like it though.
He has no teeth.
Ugh.
He has no teeth.
Ugh.
All right. We are at 2 hours right there, guys.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead. Hold on. I got to hit the button. Here, do you want to say it, my fish?
Say what? Is it a good night?
Yeah, it's a good night.
HLC, you know when the F-22 finally shoots
Pour one out for
something
the
down,
homies.
you
What,
need to
whatever you
have
do,
HLC.
what do the kids say now? I don't even know. That's a lot of pressure.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We had our nice stream on Friday nights. I'll be here every Friday. We can just talk about whatever. So, as always, do not give in to the 22 day. Every single one of you are amazing, and I will see you guys right here next time.
Bye.
Later.